I feel like we need to move beyond violence, guys. We are smart. As Black people, we are capable of strategically planning and coordinating action to actually achieve what we want. We overcame apartheid, guys. Like, come on. I feel like we are more intelligent and more capable than that. You can't just say, oh, Black people know is violence. There are so many intelligent people. Like, don't undermine us as a people like that. We need to do better.
But now, so can I say something?
Sure, go right ahead.
With the apartheid that you're talking about, how did we really overcome apartheid? We did fight, and it was a good fight.
Against who?
Black people fought. Yes, I know we're above violence. We're above all of that. We are well more equipped now. We have people that actually know things and whatnot. I get that. I'm not taking away from that. But now, those people are hungry. They've run out of options. So what else can they do? Chill there, wait till someone like you or someone like me or someone like whoever finds them. I didn't even know that KZN was out of water for 4 months. So were they supposed to just chill? What were they supposed to do?
What goals? I mean, has looting achieved? What has it actually achieved? Other than make situation that's already bad worse.
Do you understand
is Kensington now having water? Is the water now there because you
people in question have nothing to lose? Be it they chill and wait until someone pulls through for them, be it they loot. They have nothing to lose. We need to understand the mind of a hungry person. We need to understand the mind of a poverty-stricken person. We need to understand that they've got nothing to lose. The only thing that they know is surviving. Those people are in survival mode. If I calculate now, if I can run to ShopRite and get a bag of rice and make it out in 2 minutes before police shooting at me, then best believe I'll do it. Anything to put food in my stomach. Anything to see the next day. Those people are surviving. I am not justifying their acts. I am not justifying looting. I'm against it. I personally wouldn't do it. But now, they have nothing to lose. It is what it is. It's sad. People are losing a whole lot of things, valuables and whatnot. But it is what it is. The only thing we need to do now is come up with a solution. Because the government isn't even doing the bare minimum. We are told that South Africans are entitled and whatnot, but the government isn't even doing the bare minimum. Sanitation, like water, electricity, we're struggling. You understand? So I'm coming from that point.
Understand.
Yeah.
And I really agree with you that the government is failing us. My thing is we do have something to lose, our lives. Our brothers and sisters are losing jobs. Like they said, one person is feeding many people. Now, we don't even have that one person. They don't have that job anymore. We have something to lose, guys. Our livelihood. Like, now, I'm just imagining so much of us now under poverty because we are tired of being in poverty. Therefore, more of us must be in poverty. Let's be strategic, guys. Let's be strategic.
At this point, I think it's not even about being strategic. At this point, it's about being one person. It's about all of us being together,
and that's the problem.
You know, and I think it's all about that now, you know. I know, for example, you, Lerato, you are at like a better place, like a better position of helping, even if it's 2 people or more. You get what I'm trying to say? And it's unfair that it's all put on celebrities and whatnot. You're like, why are you guys not saying anything? Why are you guys not doing that? Forgetting that they are doing their part. They are taxpayers. They are paying tax. But it's none of their business that it's being spent recklessly and whatnot, you know. But like, if we can just unite, if I see you, can you please help me with 5 rand? I give you. It has nothing to do with me what you're going to do with that and whatnot. It's all about...
But you know, but you know, you mentioned something there. You are saying, you know, we must cut, and I'm not disagreeing with what you are saying. I absolutely, it's your opinion. But what you are saying right now, it's almost like you're contradicting yourself when you say that we need to come together the looting, like I said, has somehow created diversity, because where the looting is taking auction and people are coming for black businesses, right? Now you have black owners that, by the way, don't think because someone is sitting in a comfortable right now, they did not go through poverty. I know many people that were once homeless, that went and worked at petrol stations, whatever, and today somehow they made it out. And when I say made it out, I don't mean out of the township, but they're living a better life, right? The very same people who went through what other people are going through right now are now being looted. Is that the solution? Do you know what I mean? How do we not know that the shop that you looted yesterday actually belongs to someone who just got a breakthrough, who just got maybe a funding, 10,000 rand, to actually start giving back or actually putting food on the table, and then now I'm not allowed to be angry. I'm then saying that is correct, and I'm just asking.
Okay. Now I hear you. That is why I was like,
we have, like I said on my Insta story, we are looting all migration. I mean, yesterday there was a video also of people taking vegetable from me orekisa mostrateng. That's not right, though. That is not right. You are going to the stores, me orekisa di vegetable di mostrateng. You are taking from her the little 5 rand that she makes. She makes a day, or maybe even 400 rand or 100, so that she'll be able to, somehow feed herself and her children. We are taking that from her. And also, I'm not saying that we should be looting now in Santon or looting whatever, but I'm saying, we are causing that diversity amongst ourselves. You are saying we are coming together. But how do we come together when we are taking from each other's mouths? When you're taking from my mouth, when you're taking from your fellow brothers, then how are we going to come together? We are divided already.
Can I say something, guys?
Good morning, Mama. Welcome.
I'm good, thanks. I hope you guys are okay. It's a bit hectic, but yeah. It's very unfortunate that what is happening there. But right now, according to what I'm seeing, I can hear you, Lerato, saying they're taking out food from black businesses and stuff. They're not thinking about that right now. The only thing they want to do is take whatever that they can. As Sisi up there said, people are now on survival mode. That's what they're doing. And the problem now is that even our president is actually not acknowledging the problems that we are facing. In fact, he's busy going around the corner and trying to solve things. But now the problem is he's not saying and acknowledging what's okay. I hear you guys. Now let's find a solution as a people. So now people feel disregarded that, he's not even hearing or acknowledging what is actually the problem. Uzuma is out of the picture now. Now it's poverty, unemployment. Yes, there is a bit of criminality, but now he's making things worse with not acknowledging what people are saying and saying, I can hear what you guys are saying. Let's sit down and find a solution, So that's what I'm observing.
And unfortunately, we somehow, all we can do is speak, but we're seeing politicians are not speaking about, the way forward. It's been happening for many years. Our president yesterday delivered a message, and I was partly disappointed because I'm like, we didn't really address how we can actually move forward. We are talking about the violence that is happening, the looting that is happening in our communities. Yes, that's wrong. That's fucked up. But then when are we ever going to get to a point where we speak about the solution? How do we make sure that we don't damage our economy even further? Do you know what I mean? We have, I stand to be corrected, we have reached junk status. I don't know if we're still there or we were there, but our economy is just getting more damaged. And like I said to you, and the frustration from the people that are that are saying we are hungry. I only speak about the unemployment rate in our country. Now we've created more. There's more people woke up today with no jobs. The unemployment rate keeps getting higher and higher every single day.
And you know what's going to happen now? There's a lot of people now staying at home because obviously everything is shut down, literally. So the same people that are also at home are going to start doing this very same thing that everyone else is doing, because now what are they going to go back to tomorrow? So it's going to be a continuous thing. You know, you're right.
You guys, if you guys right now were put in parliament, maybe you had an opportunity to be put in parliament and speak on behalf of everybody else, what would you say to the president? What's the way forward? What is the solution? Do you guys at least maybe have an idea of what the solution could be?
That's a very tough one, actually. It is a tough one, and I feel like
I know, and I mean, I'm speaking about it, and I'm saying, it's frustrating, whatever, but if I had to stand in parliament and speak to the president, what's the solution? What's the way forward? Do we have that? In point, do we know what we're going to say? The solution is XYZ. Let's stop looting by the government. First of all, that's the solution. You know what I mean? Like I mentioned, the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. We've come a long way, guys. We speak about apartheid. We speak about things that have happened in the past. A lot of things were supposed to have changed by now.
Exactly. I think one of the other things, like let me say, with Ubuntu, as we say, I think even the government, they have to acknowledge their mistakes as well and say, you know what, we understand that we are failing you guys, but bear with us, let's try and find a solution. So now they're busy tiptoeing around it. They're not even admitting to anything. Yes, they will never admit to the full whatever that they're doing behind, but let them admit to something so that people can actually trust them and see that they're trying,
DJ 40 said a younger generation in parliament, and I agree 100%. What do you guys say? Because I need to get ready for it.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also agree with that. Like, we need younger people in parliament, and we need people who know these things, people who have lived in poverty, people who know the reality, people who've actually who've faced these problems. I think people who've been in those positions, I think they have a better chance at solving some of the problems that we have, because now, even if I can be put in parliament, where do I start? Do I start with feeding people? Do I start with sheltering people? Do I start with getting jobs for people? Where do I start? There's a lot, So yeah. It's going to be.
And I think a good starting. And I think another good starting point is actually dealing with corruption, guys. We're not the richest country in the world, is South Africa. The problem is funds will be released to improve training, job opportunities, to diversify the economy. And those funds will not reach where they are supposed to reach because of the corruption at every single level. I would never defend Zuma, but he is just one of many. And I feel like we need to address corruption in South Africa in order to actually reach the things that need to be addressed in our country. Housing. I know for a fact the money doesn't reach where it's supposed to go. Infrastructure, schools. We will not get anywhere, guys, because no matter what money you give or who gives to achieve a goal, it will not be achieved until corruption is rooted out of our country. And I think that means the ANC as a whole must go. They are so comfortable, guys. The ANC is comfortable because they know that there's a loyalty that comes from us as South Africans. They are not afraid because they know the DA and the EFF, those people are not going to get the votes because the ANC, come on, African National Congress, there's a loyalty that they know South Africans have to them, and it's made them so complacent and so comfortable spending South African money that we're never going to get anywhere, guys. We need to be willing to acknowledge and be grateful to the ANC for what they have done, but say that thank you, your time is over now. It is time for a new generation to come in with new and fresh policies.
Sure.
I totally agree with that. Even, with public servants, I was watching TV yesterday and you could see that with the police, most of them are people who are really, really old. And they could not even run after these kids and people that were looting. So you need some people with it's so funny, I know. But we need people who are fresh and creative. Yes, we need young people. It was really, really hilarious, even though it was disgusting what was happening. But you found yourself laughing because you're like, come on, guys. Really, So give young people a chance.
All right, yeah.
Give them a chance to.
There's this thing that I like saying while we're speaking about younger people, in Parliament, and which is something that I totally 100% agree on. But I always say it's like football. I always use the analogy of football. In football, you have the younger players, right? The younger players want the right? You need those. You bring in younger players because you need the fresher legs, because the ones that have been there longer, obviously the energy isn't as much. But at the same time, the older players play a role also because of what? Because of experience. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you have then not making way, and I'm not saying, because there are people who say, no, you can't just get rid of everybody that's old in Parliament, etc., etc. Then I say, we start shifting. Then you start shifting. You start way with the younger generation, the fresher legs, the fresher minds, and people who have been on the ground currently. But at the same time, we're not disregarding ones that have been there for a longer time. We're not saying, fuck you guys, time up or whatever it is. No, you come and then you implement experience. I always use that analogy. You bring in the fresher legs. Yes, have the older ones while they're making their way out. You give them the experience. That's how it should be. But
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, guys.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for giving us this platform.
I really wish, the unfortunate thing about where I am, my position, I wish I could have these type of conversations on air, because I feel like it's so frustrating, because you have the biggest platforms, but the red tapes are like so hectic. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So yesterday, I actually, every time I did an ad break, I was crying, because I'm like, there's so much I want to speak about, but I can't, because especially when it comes to politics, and very, very, very sensitive topics, and of course you have to respect protocol. So I'll try and do this again, so that we continue having these conversations. And you never know, somebody's listening out there. And anyway, stay blessed. Please be safe, guys.
Will do. Thank you so much. Bye.